Sunday morning, back at Jesus' house, my local church. You can see I'm barely awake, but I'm on duty, so here I am with my boss for the day. Yep, Sunday, on duty today at Jesus' house again. I'm waiting at the station for anyone who is coming to church. So, yes. Wasn't able to catch Fresh Fire because I was on duty, but I'm in time for the service, and Pastor Agu is taking it today. He's talking about 5 lessons that he learned from a recent experience that he's been through, and this is what I've taken away from it.
I just wanted to encourage someone that prayer works. It's not an exercise in futility. It's not just a religious ritual. We actually serve a God who answers our prayers. It's the medium that God has established for us to invite His intervention into our affairs. In prayer, we are in partnership with God. He will do His part. He's God. He's not a man that He should lie. He's not the son of man that He should change His mind. If God says, I will answer, how many know God will answer? So the question is, are you calling? If you're in Jesus' house genuinely, and you are committed to this church, you must be in a prayer group that's praying on Tuesday. Locate God in your agenda. Don't just want it for yourself. What does it do for the kingdom? How is the kingdom advanced by it? Where is God's agenda in it? The unity of every community is its strength. The enemy understands a nation that once he can bring disunity, he just has to fold his hands and watch it unravel. Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do now. Now, nothing they propose to do will be withheld from them. That's the power of unity. What is it that brings disunity in any group, any family, any gathering together, any church? Is when people don't speak the same language. Your language is not what you say alone. It is where what you say is coming from. Sometimes people say hurtful things, and we react to the hurtful thing without understanding that they are saying the hurtful thing because they are hurting themselves as a result of something that has happened to them. If we understand that language, then we can respond appropriately. Don't limit God. Our natural mind comes in, and so we put boundaries on God. We've reduced God to a God that we can manage. We've brought Him down to manage Him. We've forgotten that our senses should never comprehend God. The moment we can comprehend God with our senses, He's not the God of the Bible. It's impossible, naturally. But with God, nothing shall be impossible. God gets involved. God can do anything He likes. Once it's gone, it's gone. So the things that matter, do them. The people you love, let them know. Spend time with them. The things you enjoy, doing things because they count and they matter. Understanding that time is limited. Learning to number our days. And it takes some intentionality. Because if you allow it, the times will just gobble up all your time. Someone sitting down and saying, you know what? I want to make this life count. I want to fulfill God's plans and purposes for my life. I want to do what God would have me do for my generation. How am I going to do that?
And there it is, the summary. Prayer works. Locate God's agenda in everything that you do. The unity of every community is its strength. Don't limit God, and number your days. A word is enough for the wise. Call me biased, but Beatrice's voice, one of my favorite. Had the privilege to go backstage, and this is what I could see from I think it's good because sometimes we take for granted how things work. We just assume that they happen, but they don't. There's a lot of planning that goes into it. And these two are responsible for some of that today. As usual, taking selfies with everyone who will agree to be in a selfie of mine. Some willingly, some not so willingly, but they've all been kind enough to oblige. Okay, it's time to go and pick up again. Service is over into my van. Bump into some people on my way. Do you know what? I think it's worth mentioning these marshals because it's pouring with rain, and here they are outside still making sure that the traffic moves smoothly and everyone gets to where they need to be. I'm sitting in my car, I'm nice and warm and, protected, but here they are out on the streets. So big up, marshals. More selfies. I love the way the selfie picture just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. More people join in. That's what it is, join in. It's everyone. So this is Sundays at Jesus House today, Sunday, the 29th of October. This was Jesus House. It was brilliant. Hopefully, we'll see you there next week. God bless you.
Oh, I know Jesus is here. Oh, I know that Jesus is here.